Okay, welcome to our Teacher of the Year celebration for our Teachers of the Year for 2018 and 19. I want to welcome to Dr. Linda Gilbert to take over the program.
Thank you very much. This has to be my favorite day of the year. The basketball game is pretty special, but this, I think, is right up there with it. Today we're celebrating the people who make everything possible. These are our teachers. There is nothing more important than teaching. There is no profession more important than teaching because all other professions depend on teachers. And so thank you very much for what you do for Murfreesboro City Schools, what you do for the children. You are our stars today, and we thank you for that. At this time, I'd like to welcome a few people. Councilman Ronnie Martin, I believe, is here, so please welcome Mr. Martin. We could not do what we do without the support of the City Council, so please express our appreciation to the Council. Also, our Chair of the Board, Butch Campbell, is on the front row. And board members Roseanne Barton and Amanda Moore are also here today. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Campbell to come up and to say a few words, and then we'll get on with our celebration.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be here. I'm really more excited about the Teachers of the Year. I'm going to ask if you are one of the honorees, would you please stand? As a former principal, what makes this a really tremendous award is the fact that you have been selected by those people in your building, the other teachers, and they have recognized what a wonderful job you do, and we do want to recognize you today as well, but feel honored because you were selected by your peers, and I congratulate each and every one of you, and I know you're going to have a wonderful rest of the year.
Thank you so much. At this time, if I could have, please, the board members on this side ready to go. We won't delay this any longer. There's another group that I want to recognize today, and those are the principals, because they are the folks that work with their teachers and work with their children. So I'm going to let them introduce their teachers because they certainly deserve to do that. They work with them every day. I don't. So at this time, we're going to start with Black Fox Elementary and Miss Tiffany Strevel, if you could come up.
All right, welcome. If you've ever been to Black Fox Elementary, then you definitely know our Teachers of the Year, Miss Tammy Stout and Miss Hope Paget. So both of you ladies come on up. We're going to figure that out for everybody else. I'm going to start over here with Miss Stout. Miss Stout is our counselor, and she is just truly an amazing educator. She builds great relationships, not only with our students, but with our parents and with our community members as well. We've added lots of new community partners this year, and that's a lot in part to her hard work, so we are thankful for that. Not only that, but Miss Stout is beautiful inside and out. She's truly thoughtful, kind, and truly has a servant heart. And that's one thing we love about our counselor at Black Fox. She's also one of the first faces that our students see in the morning, so she's standing there greeting them when they come through the door, and she's also one of the last faces that they see when they leave. She is truly about the whole child, and truly is part of the reason that our students are going to be successful not only in school but out of school, because she's so focused on meeting the needs of that whole child. So we are so thankful for you, Miss Stout. Also, Hope Paget. Whew, what am I going to say? Hope Paget's the kind of teacher you want in your building. She's fun, energetic, full of fashion. She is our fashionista. She is full of life, and most importantly, she truly has a passion for teaching Her teammates were real eager to come to me and share with me why they think that you were selected and should be selected and honored as Teacher of the Year. They share that she is a role model, not only for the new teachers on that team, but also for the seasoned teachers. They share that she is beautiful, kind, and hardworking. One of the greatest compliments they share with me, Ms. Paget, was that a lot of the success on your team is mostly in part to the planning and the help that you provide to your team and the students. So that is a great compliment. We are definitely thankful for Ms. Paget, thankful for Ms. Stout as well. They serve selflessly. They are truly making Black Fox a better school, and we are thankful that they're molding our students. Thank you, ladies.
And next we have Bradley Academy, Jenny Ortiz.
Good afternoon. Bradley Academy is full of amazing teachers, and the two ladies that we have this evening to represent our school and to represent Murfreesboro City are Miss Emily Petty and Miss Dana Stem. And these two ladies are perfect examples of Teachers of the Year, so I'm going to ask them to come up here. They are truly amazing educators, and so we are so proud at Bradley Academy to have them representing us. I'll start with Miss Petty. She is a first grade teacher at Bradley, and she is absolutely phenomenal. She is not only a team leader on her team, but a team leader in our building. She leads by example. She puts in the hard work. She puts in the time. She helps all of her fellow teachers, new teachers, seasoned teachers. This year she mentored an MTSU student, and the feedback and the time that she spent coaching that teacher was absolutely amazing. She wants to learn, and she wants to grow, and she's constantly seeking feedback. She makes her learning fun for her students. Her students are in her class and they're engaged all the time. So when I think of a fun, exciting classroom, and if I had a child in first grade, that would be the classroom I would want my child to be in. She is passionate about teaching, and she's passionate about her kids. She is totally the example of what I would want my child to be in first grade. So thank you, Ms. Petty, for the time that you put in. We appreciate the time that you give to our students at Bradley. And then we have Miss Dana Stem, who is technically our media specialist, but really a little bit of everything at Bradley. She is currently running our what we call Innovation Station at Bradley, and so she works really hard with our STEAM units and integration and technology and a little bit of everything at Bradley. She is super creative. She works with all of our grade levels. She works with reading, with science, with anything that we ask her to do, theater, art. Her brain just works very creatively, and so we appreciate what she does. Ms. Sim is also our system level Murfreesboro City Teacher of the Year, so she has earned that higher level district Teacher of the Year, so we are super proud of her for that. Ms. Stem is super passionate about teaching, about learning, about helping others. She has a heart for teaching, and so we love having her at Bradley. We're super honored to have both of these ladies representing us, and proud of them. Honored to have you. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
You'll notice that we've added a person. Mr. David LaRoche has come in. He's another one of our board members, so welcome, welcome. Our next school is Case and Lane Academy with Siobhan Davis-Lewis.
I am honored to be standing here to share a little bit about Denise Crumbaugh and Sarah Chumney, if you two ladies will come up. As they come up, as a principal, if you could have a candidate persona, make a checklist, and say all of the qualities that you want in a teacher. these two ladies would pop out of that magic machine. They are truly shining stars at Case and Lane, but not only Case and Lane, but for Murfreesboro City Schools. The two of them are examples in every right. No matter what's going on, they exemplify leadership, from behavior team to reading in the schools night, mentoring a whole building of less than 3-year experienced teachers, volunteering to do these things, working with parents, our many refugees, and the list goes on and on. I could stand here for the rest of the evening and list off the amazing traits and qualities that each and every one of them have, but again, having them at Case and Lane is truly an honor for the staff, for administration, for the parents, but especially for the students. They give 100%. You talk about a servant's heart, these two ladies. And to be so amazing, they hate attention. So this is killing them to stand here in front of us and to be honored this way. But again, it is my privilege and honor to work alongside of these ladies, and we are so fortunate to have both of you. And an extra congratulations to Sarah Chumney, who is also one of the District Teacher of the Year candidates. We are so proud of you ladies and so blessed to have you at Case and Lane.
Representing Discovery School, we have Sia Phillips, who's the assistant principal.
We have Miss Kimberly Kell and Miss Charlotte Young from Discovery. As educators, I think it's fair to say that we cannot give a definition to what a good teacher is, but instead we can say that they exhibit exceptional characteristics. Our district mission statement is to assure academic and personal success for each child, and these teachers work tirelessly to not only meet that expectation, but exceed it. Miss Kimberly Kell, who is our first grade teacher, she has an enthusiastic personality and a caring spirit. She works hard to create real-world applications for her students so that they are successful. Ms. Kell has led our school with our STEAM accreditation this year, and she has devoted a lot of time, and she has done it with a smile. Charlotte Young is our 5th grade teacher, and she just has a love for learning. She has a phenomenal relationship with her students, and she is great at integrating science and social studies to make their learning more meaningful. She is the team lead, and she shows up at just about every after-school event. So Ms. Maddox and I are extremely grateful for your dedication, your hard work, and your commitment.
And representing Irma Siegel Elementary, Emily Spencer.
While Miss Lane and Miss Sandberg are on their way up here, I want to take just a second and thank each and every one of you who are family members to these phenomenal teachers. When I sat down today next to Mr. Lane, he was joking, but he said, "Will you hold my plate?" And then, not jokingly, he said, "You know, this is my supper. I'm married to a teacher." And I thought for a second, and I all of a sudden was very humbled by that, because he's right. What you guys do, each and every one of you, including my two, is give so much of your life to the children of Murfreesboro, and thank you so much. And to the spouses and children, thank you for allowing them to live their passion. So, we have Miss Lane and Miss Sandberg representing Irma Siegel. Miss Lane teaches 6th grade, and Amberly teaches 2nd. And I could mirror everything that the principals have said before. But what I'd like you both to know is not only do we appreciate you at Siegel, but I am so humbled by the work that you do every single day. You do not give up on children. It's not a day I don't walk by your rooms, both of your rooms, and you're at small tables with children all over you endlessly. You're the ones sitting at the end of every PLC still trying to figure out what to do, to go further, to meet with parents, to mentor young teachers, to welcome student teachers into your classroom, to put on after-school events, you name it. You guys are phenomenal, and we appreciate you. So, Irma Siegel's Teachers of the Year, Margaret Lane and Amberly Sandberg.
And from Hobgood, Tammy Garrett.
Good evening. At Hobgood, we would like to recognize and honor tonight Mr. Mark Gibson and Ms. Nicole Bell, if you'll come up. As they're coming up, I as well would like to honor the people who came with them tonight, Mr. Gibson's wife, Danielle, and then Ms. Nicole has her family with her as well. When these two won, I was so proud of them. The future of education with this crew is bright. They are young in their careers and they are on fire. And without these two, my faculty would not be where it is today. They always are leaders to learn new things. They do district level things. I'm so proud of them. I have to tell a story, and I thought, should I tell a story? But I have to tell a story.
It's about him.
It is about Mr. Gibson. Mr. Gibson, and he said just a minute ago to me, sometimes I give Mr. Gibson those students that maybe others have had a hard time motivating, and he's really good at motivating students. And so this year I saw a student, and I was like, this student's in the 3rd grade now. I haven't seen him in a while. I've seen him a lot since he's been in kindergarten. I said, what's going on this year? You're doing so well. And he said, Dr. G, I have a black teacher. And this was an African-American student, and it meant so much to me. I almost just shed tears. This gentleman is one of such faith, and he came to me a few years ago, and I think he could teach anywhere he wanted to, and he chose to teach at our school. His heart led him there. This lady right here has tried to steal him. I'm going to make her hide, and I'm hiding him the rest of the night. But he engages kids. He motivates kids. We have clubs, and when I said there are probably 100 boys that want to do sports club, and we don't have very many men. I said, can you do it? He was like, sign me up. He is always there, engaging kids, learning new things. And I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he one day will be at this podium introducing Teachers of the Year, and I look forward to seeing him do that. Mr. Mark Gibson. Miss Nicole Bell is a model for faith and perseverance. She works hard. When she sets her goals and dreams, she follows them through. She started out as an educational assistant at Hobgood, is one of the very best teachers, most strategic teachers that you will ever see. And not only does she motivate kids, she motivates our faculty. When you say every day, if somebody is having a bad day, who do you want coming to you? This lady right here. She is an inspiration. Just had a baby how long ago?
20 days.
20 days ago. And we are celebrating that precious child, and she is so blessed. If you've never seen these people teach, get there. You will be blessed and honored, and you will learn something in these rooms. Nicole Bell. Hobgood's Teachers of the Year.
And from John Pittard, Adam Bryson.
If y'all would start walking. I, like Dr. Gilbert said, love this night because it's a night that we just honor the excellence that's happening in our school district. So congratulations again to all the Teachers of the Year. And I think I have the two best ones. So I'm going to introduce Kyle Cantrell and Jennifer Whitlow. Jennifer asked me not to talk too long and not to make her cry, so I'm going to try. Now, Kyle Cantrell, I'll go with first, is an amazing teacher. He's been at Pittard for 5 years, and I call him like the rock of our upper grades. He's a 5th grade math teacher, and he's that teacher that all the other kids want to go see, want to say hi to. It's cool to know Mr. Cantrell, and he's just an amazing teacher. He's got academics figured out, like his kids grow so much, but he gets that his kids need to be loved as well. And so when you walk into his room, you feel like you're entering like a family that's been there for 23 students that have all been together forever. He's just built this community that just makes you feel good when you go in there. And you know, he's awesome at what he does, and he's a blessing for our school, and I'm honored to have him as one of our Teachers of the Year. So thank you, Kyle Cantrell. And Miss Jennifer Whitlow is also amazing. She's taught at John Pittard for 12 years. I love going into her class, because it feels like you're in this like well-oiled machine when you walk in. You know, the students are working, they know what they're supposed to do, they know where they're supposed to be, and they know why they're supposed to be doing what they do, and that's so important. And Miss Whitlow's often on the ground with them or at a table with them. She's with them working, and it just feels good as well to go into her class. Miss Whitlow, I've watched her over the past 2 years, brings the best out of people. She brings the best out of her fellow teachers. You know, she's a team leader, and she stretches her team. And she brings the best out of her students. You know, they do amazing, and they're one of the top performing groups every year in our school. She even brings the best out of me. She's just an amazing person. So she's making a lasting influence on her students and on our school, and I'm so appreciative, so thankful for both of them. So Jennifer Whitlow, Kyle Cantrell, congratulations.
And from Mitchell Nelson, Robin Newell.
I am honored to introduce to you the Mitchell Nielsen Teachers of the Year, Kim Curtis and Ashley Harrod. Kim Curtis is enjoying, I hope, her first year at Mitchell Nielsen. She came to us from another district and found her way to Murfreesboro City Schools, which has been such a blessing to us. We follow the 7 habits of highly effective people at Mitchell Nielsen, and one of those habits talks about carrying your own sunshine, and Kim Curtis is the epitome of that. You can tell that she loves the sunshine, but she also is the most friendly and just peaceful person. I did her unannounced observation today. Yeah, it's over though, it's over. Surprise. And it's the second time I've done her observation this year, and I comment, you know, we haven't been over it yet, but I will comment again about how respectfully and with honor she talks to her children, even those that are having a little bit of trouble. She models and names expectations in her classroom, and it's just such a nice place to be. She loves to take pictures. She's just full of sunshine. She runs our hands-on exploration club for the primary side of the street. And I just think it's such an honor that she's already made such an impression with our staff her first year at Mitchell Nielsen, and we are blessed to have you there. Thank you. Kim Curtis. Ms. Harrod has been with us much longer. Years ago, when Ms. Davis Lewis was my assistant principal, we were hiring an EA. We needed an educational assistant, and Ms. Harrod applied for that job. And we also had a behavior teacher position open. And as Ms. Harrod talked to us about her background working in social work and other things that she had done with children, Siobhan and I are kicking each other under the table thinking, oh my goodness, she would be so perfect for this job. So we said, do you want to be the teacher, not the EA? And she said, well, I don't graduate until December, and it was like October maybe. And we said, we'll put you in as a sub and we'll hire you. And we hired her on the spot to be the teacher. And for years she did our behavior, which is a tough job to have. And she did it beautifully. And now she's our Tier 4, which is special education. She does that. She leads that team beautifully. It's other schools come look at the model that they have for how they PLC, and it's fabulous, and we love it. And then in her spare time, wink, wink, she is like cake boss baker. She makes the most beautiful cakes. When my daughter graduated from high school, she made this. We just gave her what we wanted, and she said, sure. She makes these beautiful cakes. And she teaches palette knife painting to our students. So we've got elementary school students who are learning how to palette knife paint because she has that talent as well. Blessed to have both of them at Mitchell Nelson. I'm honored every day to work with them and would like for you to celebrate my Teachers of the Year.
And next we have from Northfield, Dr. Jean Lloyd.
Thank you. I have with us tonight from Northfield, Sarah Easterly, that's right here, to my immediate right, and then Nancy Kelly, who is right beside her. They have with them tonight, Miss Kelly has her mom, Nancy Deal, and her sister, Marilyn Kelly. And then Ms. Easterly has her husband with her tonight, Carl Easterly, and they have a young son at home, Edward. First of all, I want to talk about Miss Kelly. She is our 5th grade team lead. Don't want to drop my notes. She embraces everything we do at the school. She embraces the standards, the task work, the STEAM, and just everything. She was one of those student teachers that we had within the building that we just kept an eye on, and we said we want her. And so when the opportunity came to interview her, we jumped at that and made her one of our teachers. I would have to say this, and I think Ralph usually tells people this too. She was probably went through the hardest interview I ever put anybody through, and she did an excellent job. And as you can see, she's right here with us. So we are very proud of her, and we appreciate her being at Northfield. Nancy Kelly. It's pretty neat to have both of these with us together because they get along so well. Since she's team leader, she works real close with our academic coach, Sarah Easterly. And Ms. Easterly is probably the one I pick on the most in our building. However, they both can dish it out pretty well. Anyway, that being said, we do a great deal of time. We spend a lot of time just talking about effective teaching and what that should look like in the building. We challenge each other. We don't always agree, but we come to a conclusion that's going to be best for our teachers. So we do challenge each other. So that's fun. I would say this, though. Our scores went up tremendously this past year, and I contribute a lot of that to Ms. Easterly and how she guided our teachers. So we just couldn't have done all that without her. So, Sarah Easterly, Teachers of the Year.
And Overall Creek, Don Barch.
Good afternoon, and welcome. It's a great day to have all these teachers here that are just phenomenal teachers. And something that I've noticed over the past several years is the significant training that Murfreesboro City School has done to improve these teachers. And I imagine most of the teachers in this room are the first one in line to participate in those. And my two teachers, come on up, are one of those as well. Ms. Troutman and Ms. Nunley are our Teachers of the Year, and they probably deserved it a long time ago. But Ms. Nunley here is the first one here. She teaches our 6th grade. Last year, a little story about Ms. Nunley and her co-teacher. We have 2 6th grades at Overall Creek. They came in and asked if they could team teach together. And it was going to be a really cool how they set it up. And if you have an opportunity to come and watch 2 6th grade teachers work together, Miss Nunley and her partner, Miss Snell, it's amazing. It's fantastic to watch what they do and how they pull it off. Also, Miss Nunley doesn't like cold, okay? Like 70s cold. But does anybody remember when it was about 15 degrees the other morning? She was in the creek in waders helping the 6th grade do their STEAM projects, and with her other partner. I was there for a little bit, but they did the hard work. And it was cold. And the reason why I tell you that story is I'm sure most of you in here would do that. But the looks on those children's faces, they'll never forget Miss Nunley going in the creek up to her waist when it was 15 degrees. That was the extra mile that she took and that she takes daily. Miss Troutman doesn't like cold either, but she didn't go in the creek. She just her leadership for being I guess what I would call a younger teacher is extraordinary. There's 9 people on her 3rd grade team. This year, 4 out of 5 of them, 3 of them are brand new, and 1 is new to Overall Creek. And that team is a solid team. You wouldn't be able to tell probably veteran from rookie, and that has a lot to do with Miss Troutman's leadership. And I appreciate all that they do. Their families are always around Overall Creek, and just like y'all figured out, if you want to be around, your family's got to be a teacher too. And so their husbands definitely have honorary teaching degrees. So I appreciate you guys, Ms. Troutman, 3rd grade, and Ms. Nunley, 6th grade. Thank you.
Reese Rogers, Cherry Robertson.
Good afternoon. It's my privilege, and I'm honored every day that I get a chance to walk into Reeves. And I say that I get a chance because it humbles me every day, because I work with some amazing individuals. So tonight I'm going to talk about 2 of those amazing individuals, Miss Stephanie Stump. And my 2nd Teacher of the Year is not here. She had a baby boy last week, and so she is at home enjoying him. So I will start talking about Miss Stump. Ms. Stump is our academic coach, and so she primarily works with teachers. And you would think that since she works with teachers every day, she's used to being in front of people and all of that good stuff. But right now, she is really, really nervous about standing here, so I won't make her stand up here too long. But Ms. Stump is just a leader with teachers. She's a leader with kids. We just don't know where we would be without her leadership. She leads PLC meetings every week, and she's the biggest cheerleader for our teachers, and they realize she's one of their biggest cheerleaders. She not only leads those meetings, she takes control when she needs to, but she also supports. And so we all know that teaching is a hard job, so they need somebody to come alongside them and support them when they need it, and that's what she does. She really walks alongside them and lets them know that we can do this. She's always in my office asking, what can we do to make things better? What can we buy to make things better? She's one of the first people in the building. She's one of the last people out of the building, and even when I text her on the weekends, she doesn't care, and so she's she's there to support them, and we all really appreciate her. So that's Miss Stephanie Stump. My other teacher of the year is Miss Amy Stevenson. She's a kindergarten teacher, and she'll be back with us when the new school year starts. But she's one of those teachers that as soon as you meet her, you know she's awesome. Just you get that vibe of awesomeness from her. This summer, when I was at work for about 2 days, being new to Reeve, she came into my office and she said, okay, so when do you want to talk about the expectations that you have for me? And I said, well, 2 days in, give me a minute and we can talk. But just her just amazing aura, and she just works tirelessly with her kindergartners. She led kindergarten camp this summer, and it was amazing. I got a chance to be in there pretty much every day, and her kindergarten students, they fell in love with her day one. She is one that as I sit in her room, and I just go in there and sit, I just wish that my child had a kindergarten teacher like her. She could teach whatever she wanted to teach, but I mean, she just brings learning to life for our 5-year-olds. And they love her, and we love her, so she is a true leader in our building. So I introduce my Teachers of the Year, Miss Stephanie Stump and Miss Amy Stevenson.
And from Scales Elementary, Maria Johnson.
Good evening. I would like for my two very special young ladies to come up, Miss Rachel Slough and Meredith Davis. While they're coming up, I do want to thank their family members that are with them tonight. We have Lee Davis, Meredith's husband, and her daughter Olivia. And then we have Mr. James Slough here, which is Rachel's husband. So thank you all. And Brenda's not here, but I do want to thank you all so very much for sharing your family time with our students at Scales for our teacher's dedication. So I'm a quote lady, so I did find some quotes to go for tonight. It says, a teacher affects eternity. He or she can never tell where their influence stops. And that says so much about each of you ladies. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts even in your presence. So I'm going to talk about each of these ladies, but both of them have very similar qualities. That's what makes them phenomenal teachers. So I'll start with Ms. Davis. Come on up. Ms. Davis has worked with the district for 16 years. We've been blessed to have her with us at Scales for 6 years, where she's worked as a 6th grade teacher and an academic interventionist. Ms. Davis sets high expectations for all, and she does not accept anything other than the best from each and every one of her students. She's a team player, she's been a team leader, she's innovative, and she sets the bar high for not only herself, her students, and her faculty. So we are so thankful, Ms. Davis, for all that you bring to Scales and for all that you do for your students. So an honor well deserved. Thank you. And Mrs. Slough here. She's also one of my innovative teachers. If there's anything new with technology, she's already doing it. She's teaching me how to do it. She's over all of our social media for the school, so I thank her for that. Ms. Slough is one of those teachers that I can give her maybe my most challenging student, or a student that just does not have that self-esteem, they don't believe in themselves. And by the end of the year, they're one of her star students, they're one of our leaders in the school, because she shows them that she believes in them. So we thank you for all that you do for our students, for your passion, for your drive. She's also one of those behind-the-scenes teachers. She doesn't like a title. She doesn't need a title. Again, she doesn't probably like standing up here today, but we are honored that you are one of our Scales superstar and you bring such a light to our school. You're a pillar in our school, and we thank you for all that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to bring up Ms. Felicia Martin, who is a representative for Cornerstone. Cornerstone has been sponsoring this event for over 5 years, I guess. So we just want to let you know how much we appreciate you and give you a chance to say a few words.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your celebration of your Teachers of the Year. We really, really love doing this every year for you all, and we just love teachers. So Cornerstone was made for you all, so please let us know if there's anything else we can do for you. Have a great day.
At this time, I'm going to ask Sarah Chumney to come up here, please, and also Dana, one more time. Murfreesboro is blessed to have amazing teachers, and tomorrow I'll be in Knoxville talking about that with prospective teachers. But our best selling point is our teachers and what they do. So ladies, I'm going to let you go over there and sit in your chairs, if you would. These are special chairs that District Teachers of the Year receive. They're made out of different hardwoods in Tennessee, so we'll let you rock for a while, if you don't mind. Thank you all again for being here. Thank you, family, for being here. City Council, School Board for your support. Thank you, principals, for your leadership. Most of all, thank you, teachers, for what you do. And have a good afternoon. And we'll do pictures somewhere as soon as Lisa tells us. Thank you, Channel 3.